Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
Terrence.
What's up?
And special guest, Brad.
What's up?
All right, Jack's out this week, but he will likely be back next week. So, for those of you who don't know, we had what could be described as catastrophic technical issues as I decided to go on vacation, which was fun, last week. So...
Hope it was worth it.
It was worth it to me. I had a great time. So because of that, we had to make a number of sort of emergency changes. The feeds for all the shows are all back up right now. However, one of the things that is still down is our main website, thenerdpocalypse.com. And while we're working to get that back up because of issues that are out of our control, we are switching all of our premium members to a new system that will actually be more beneficial and easier to use for all our premium content. So what I want to talk to you guys about right now is exactly how that's going to work. So because it was such a pain in the ass, what we're going to do is we're switching systems, which is a different payment system. So because we're using PayPal before, we're going to have to manually switch everybody over. So we're going to have people switch over to the new system. However, if you are a current member right now, you will get 2 months for free of premium content if you're a current member right now. And we'll work with you to get you transitioned into the new system. We'll be sending out a link to all the people who are premium members right now with instructions on how to do that. And again, you'll get 2 months for free if you are a month-to-month member. If you are a yearly member, you'll get 2 months for free, and we're going to prorate you part of the year depending on when you signed up, because we have that information as well. New users, you'll get a link to sign up next week that will bring you in like a normal person, but you'll be able to access all the premium content easily on your phone, on iOS and Android. You'll also be able to use other applications to listen as well, and also on the web. So all of the premium shows are all still there. They're not lost or anything like that, but you'll have access to all of that stuff. If you are a current member, you'll have access to all that stuff by Friday of this week. So just so you understand, again, 2 free months because, it's our bad and it's going to be a slight pain in the ass to move over to the new system. But ultimately, it will work a lot better for you guys. So sorry about the hassle, but because of that, we're going to try to do good by you guys. All right. So there you go. You can email at contact@thenerdpocalypse.com if you have any more questions. And again, you'll be getting an email from me with instructions on how to do that. All right. Let's start the show. Getting right into checked out. So Carrie and I saw the screener for Wonder Woman. And we did a video review. It's on our YouTube page. If you go to youtube.com/thenerdpocalypse, you can find it there. We really liked it. Spoiler alert. It was really good. I think it is the best DCEU movie. It's funny. It's got good action beats. It's a good story. Gal Gadot was actually very good in the role, which I was very suspect about, considering she's only been in Fast and the Furious and Batman versus Superman. Like, that's it. Those aren't really the high caliber of acting films. But our whole review is up on YouTube, and you can check that out. There's no spoilers, so it's about 25-30 minutes. So check that out and share it out.
How funny that Wonder Woman has come through twice now, because I remember when they started releasing those DC animated features, like the Wonder Woman one was like the first, like, whoa, this is actually really, really good. You should check this out.
It's still one of the best.
Yeah. It's almost like they should, pay more attention to female superheroes or something.
Weird. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really, there's no way to truly know, actually.
Right.
It's better to just ignore them for 45 years and then eventually get to it. But it was a real standout. But I would highly recommend it. So
now, a real standout to what they got out now.
No, I wouldn't say like it's
comparatively speaking.
Right. When people are like, oh, it's better than the other DC movies, that's not a high bar. Well, yeah, no shit. But I would say it's as good as the first Iron Man, the first Captain America. It's on that level.
I love the first Captain America.
Yeah. It feels a lot like, it feels like kind of a mixture of
This is World War I, right?
Yeah, this is World War I. So it has a lot of similarities. But like they do a really good job of showing her as like being like super bright, like because it's fucking London in like the late 1920s, right? So it looks like shit. Everyone is dirty and it's dank and dark. It's fucking Zack Snyder's playground. But they allow it to still have her as like this beacon of light, which is something people complained about in the Superman movies, right? But they do a good job. Like the dialogue is good. Like I can't stress how as serious of a topic as World War I is. Like Chris Pine's character is fucking hilarious. Mm-hmm. Like him just trying to like, there's scenes where he's like talking about like sex with her, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to like sleep with me?" But she doesn't mean like sex. She's just like lay down and literally fall asleep. And he's like, "No, that feels inappropriate or whatever." And she's like, "Why? Is there a problem?" And he's like trying to explain all this stuff. And he goes, "Look, I'll sleep with you. Like, if you want me to do it, I'll do it." Like, yeah, of course you would. So would everyone. But there's some good comedy moments. Like, it's a good movie. It's a damn good movie, actually. So, I'm glad to see that was the movie that they got right. Because if they got it wrong, we would have never gotten a superhero movie from anyone besides Marvel, like led by a female in forever after that. So it was a good thing. So I'm sure there will be, now it'll be, how many female action movies can we shove down everyone's throat, which is fine because they're overdue. You watched Baywatch?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was in Florida and we didn't have shit to do.
Wow. See?
Stop.
Happens when you go to Florida.
Stop going there. Tell me all about this masterpiece.
It's an masterpiece. It's
everyone thought this was bad.
It's not good at all.
And all it had to be was 21 Jump Street again, basically.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And that's the thing. It's trying to be 21 Jump Street because the story is the exact same thing. In 21 Jump Street, drugs are infiltrated in a school, and the two cops are trying to figure out how it happened and who got it there and whatever. In this, drugs have infiltrated a beach, and a bunch of lifeguards are trying to figure out who, what, where, when, why, and how.
But they're lifeguards. That doesn't make any sense.
And that's the thing. Like, I'll give the movie credit. It knows what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, the first shot of the movie, I'm going to spoil the fuck out of this movie because it's not worth, like
you're going to spoil Baywatch? Oh, no. I'm dying to see it.
This movie knows exactly what it is, which is fine. Like, when The Rock, the first scene of The Rock, he is rescuing someone, right? And he pulls them up from out the water, right? And behind him, the title Baywatch appears, and dolphins are jumping up and frolicking.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, all right, it's this. This is the type of movie that we have, which is fine, right? It's perfectly fine. I just need it to be funny, and it's not written very well. Like one of the main jokes, like one of the big like highlight jokes, is Zac Efron's character playing around with a dead guy's balls. Right. Like, if you're not laughing at that, like, this ain't the movie for you.
That just seems rude.
Weird.
Yeah. And it's just, but that's like a big, like, showpiece comedy bit in this movie.
What is this rated?
It's got to be rated R because there's way too much cussing and yeah, there's Zac Efron like lifting balls because The Rock says, "I'm gonna need you to check that guy's taint," and Zac Efron's
drugs.
Like, I forget for what.
But you're just a lifeguard. You can't make me do this.
And look, like that's what Zac Efron's character is like. We're lifeguards. This is a thing. This is a job for the cops.
Was like, does The Rock play like an ex-cop that
The Rock
became a lifeguard?
It was rated R, by the way.
The Rock plays Mitch Buchanan, whose idol is Mitch Buchanan, and you know that the original Mitch Buchanan is in it, and the original CJ is in it because they give them title credits.
Wow!
Way to spoil the surprise of the cameos.
Yeah,
good job.
So, and Pamela Anderson's cameo comes in at the end. She doesn't say anything. She just walks in, does the slow motion thing, and
is she still attractive? I feel like she's not. Like we discussed. Brad and I just had a brief conversation before we started. Like, we watched a lot of Baywatch back in the day. Like watching CJ run down the beach in slow motion with her giant, ridiculous fake tits was the highlight, and it was like, okay, thumbs up to that. I can't imagine she looks great now.
No, the new CJ looks good. If you like blonde-haired women, I'm not into blondes. I liked the chick from Billions.
The wife?
I don't know who she is. You keep scrolling. It's that chick.
This is great radio, by the way.
Yeah. Sorry. I can't pronounce her name. How do you pronounce her name? Like gefilte fish Hadra? What?
Finish.
Hadara. She is.
Yeah, she is very attractive.
Yeah, she's even more attractive in a one-piece red bathing suit. And
what's my girl's in this, isn't she? Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah, and your girl's in it, and
yeah,
she,
buddy.
how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, that's sad.
It is not. It's not a good movie, guys. It's not a good movie. Like if you need like a masturbatory aid, then maybe go see it. But there's a lot of
fucking money.
There's a lot of dick in this movie. Like there's a fat kid who apparently has a huge dick, and he gets his huge dick stuck in like a pallet. And yeah, like
that doesn't make any. All right,
it's not that good.
I'm gonna just turn your phone off so you don't have access to this information anymore.
Yeah, it's not good. I wouldn't watch it. If you're very curious, like don't even Netflix it. Don't waste the bandwidth. Like wait till wait till HBO. It's worth peeking in on HBO.
Cinemax.
This doesn't sound like it's worth 2 hours of my time from what you
it
described.
really doesn't
honestly,
sound like it's worth it.
I can't get that time back.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you're a Baywatch fan, I was never a Baywatch fan.
But I was, and it doesn't. Like there was nothing about that movie. Like as the trailers came out, it was like, okay,
but the reason why Baywatch was, I'm not even going to say good. The reason why Baywatch
popular,
right, is because the reason it worked is because it took itself somewhat seriously.
This movie does not take itself seriously.
Right, and where the hilarity was in how hokey it was. Yeah, and how ridiculous
at one point it was the most popular show on earth. Or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, for like a year or two.
Yeah, it was like the most popular show in the world.
Yeah, because slow motion big titted blondes turns out really popular around the world. The demographics lined up. Yeah, of course.
The egregious use of CGI in this movie is another.
Why?
What? Is another thing
diving.
That just is
all the marine life probably in the movie probably had to be CGI'd in.
Why even have it? Who cares?
No.
Didn't they CGI some fire or whatever? I heard was really bad.
They CGI a bunch of fire, and it looks god awful, right? Like it looks like someone just took a picture of a fireplace on loop and just kind of stuck it on in the background of a CGI'd beach. Like
where's the beach CGI?
Because they filmed this thing in Florida, which makes sense, and Atlanta. And you can really tell the scenes that they're filmed in Atlanta. And they have outtakes where The Rock and Zac Efron are on a boat, right? And it's just like blue background, right, in the movie. Mm-hmm. And then during the outtakes, you find out that all that was green screen. Why is all that green screen?
Like why?
Just film it.
Yeah.
The beach is right there.
Like just get in a boat.
I just don't understand some of the choices, and nobody was really like funny. There was no standouts. Hannibal Buress was in this movie. He deserves better. Priyanka Chopra definitely deserves better. Yeah. The Rock should be ashamed of himself for all that fucking Trump tweeting that he was doing. Well, fans like it, and this isn't a critics movie, and my hands are big, and like, all right,
fake news. You're all fake news. Right. Fake reviews. You're all fake reviews.
I mean, it is easy to forget that The Rock only in the past 5 years has started making good movies.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
this is a reminder to bring
right.
You back
He did have like an 8-year streak of not so good movies.
Everybody in this movie.
What are The Rock's good movies?
The Fast series.
I love that series, but
they're not good.
They're just amazing movies.
They're entertaining.
Yeah, they're some of the most entertaining movies I've ever seen.
But this movie is not entertaining. Every single person in this movie deserves better.
I think his best
Out of
movie
5.
I mean, that's a fair point.
Everyone deserves better. I think his best movie was what the hell was that movie? Faster and
That was not a bad movie actually.
yeah, Faster was pretty good when he got out
What
of
about
prison
Walking
and had to
Tall?
fucking
No,
kill
that movie
everyone.
was fucking terrible.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
I mean, Moana
And,
was good.
Yeah, apparently it was really
Which one?
good.
Moana.
And he was
Oh, I
really he was
didn't
good.
I
to
trust
get
me, I
short.
know because I've seen it 15 times in the past month. So
Your son is
You have a
like,
child.
again.
that's the flavor of the month.
And
This month
he
is
was good
so.
in Get Shorty. Which one? Or was that the?
No, he was
He was
in-
in the sequel.
He was in the
Be
sequel.
Be Cool.
He was one of the standout
Yeah.
parts of the sequel.
Right.
Well, that was
For better or worse.
and Be Cool was the movie where people were like, "Oh, turns out The Rock can actually do this." Oh, you know what was a good movie that I liked?
Pain and Gain.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was good in
yeah.
that. Which is a Michael Bay movie.
Turns out when
Possibly
Michael Bay is
the
not
best.
making a movie about robots transforming, he does all right.
Look,
so.
he just stick to buddy cop movies, like
It was pretty good. It was a
mindless bro dog buddy cop movies. But what was the one he did with the one where he was in the fucking jungle?
The Rundown?
The Rundown. I enjoyed that movie.
I like the rundown.
It's a fun movie.
I like the
It's not a
Rundown.
good movie.
Oh, not a good movie.
It's not a-
It is
it's-
a good. I would argue it is a good movie starring The Rock. How about that? How about that? I think that is a fair,
I enjoy The
a very fair qualifier. This is the number one movie
As-
on a Tuesday in 2007.
But that was also like young Rock when he didn't
When he wasn't
quite have
disgustingly
himself. Yeah.
Well, and that was the one where he didn't use guns because like they were trying to make him to like a wholesome hero. I was like, why don't you just use guns?
That also had I saw that movie in the theaters. That also had that
So
like
did I.
weird like brief like torch passing scene with him and Schwarzenegger at the
Yeah.
very beginning of the film. So.
Which look, I loved. I was like, it's happening, and then it was like 8 years of it not happening, and like now it's finally happening. It's like, oh, we're just like a little early.
Did anyone see San Andreas or whatever the fuck that movie was?
Oh no,
Nah.
no.
I didn't see it.
I'm pretty sure isn't the same person that directed. Is it Baywatch who did San Andreas, or his next movie or something like that did San Andreas? I think he's teaming up again. That movie looked
No
like
idea.
fucking hot garbage. Absolutely not. I don't see disaster movies in theaters. I refuse. They're the same. Been the same since fucking I don't know.
Independence Day.
Yeah, basically.
I mean,
And that's the highlight.
The director was the executive producer on Pixels. Like, had I known that, I wouldn't have wasted my time.
I still
No.
have never seen Pixels.
No, neither have I. But everything I've seen of that movie.
I've seen enough reviews of Pixels to know that I don't want to see.
Yeah. I think Dense Pixel should have to review that.
Yeah, you can take my spot.
No, I don't know anything about video games. I wouldn't be a good consultant.
Oh my God.
You know the
Don't-
classic games.
Nah,
You'll be
dog.
fine.
I really don't.
Here's
I really don't.
here's a show idea that I hope never gets off the ground. It's like Den's Pixels movie where we just review video game movies.
Ugh,
It'd be
God.
the worst.
Nah,
It'd
it
be
would
the absolute
fucking
worst.
blow my brains out fucking on air. Like
No.
Mario Brothers, everybody.
Here comes House of the Dead. This is gonna be great.
Oh, fuck off.
None of these are good.
How many Resident Evils do we have to review?
You have to
just
watch
the
all
first
of
one?
them.
Can we just
All
do the
8 of
first
them.
one?
How many of them have there been?
I don't know.
Too many.
6.
They're rebooting it. Oh, I forgot to put that in the docket.
It's okay.
That's very rude.
It's all right.
That's very rude, Brad. So some of you lucky bastards have watched some of House of Cards season 5.
I
Yes.
forgot that
Yeah.
was even.
Please don't give any spoilers, please, because I have not watched any of it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's really funny the tack they're taking because it's they have the same problem that Veep has where truth has become stranger than fiction
Yeah.
in a lot of ways, and so it's like where do you go and what do you do? Like I remember hearing an interview with one of the showrunners for Veep, and they're like, we literally had a golden shower joke in the show at one point for season 5, and we had to cut it because of current events, basically.
fucking
We
ridiculous.
can't come up with anything anymore.
So I've only seen the first 2 episodes so far, and it really does seem like, what's funny about this is that they didn't mean to do this because I would have to imagine that a lot of this was written before
of course.
the election. It seems like it's almost like, what if our current president was able to do all the ridiculous bullshit that he wanted to do? We're talking about marching into the Congress and having his way. We're talking about signing specific executive orders that might relate to certain things that are trying to go on right now, possibly.
Wow.
And basically, like what if the president could be an actual dictator, for lack of a better term? And that's kind of how the season has begun so far.
What would a president do? What would ingratiate a president in the minds of the American people? Like, what would have to happen for a president who is not popular to become popular?
Oh, there has to be a war. All right, don't read ahead.
or maybe some sort of very small but very effective New Age Reichstag fire, possibly, perhaps.
Wow.
Of some nature.
This shit is off the rails.
This is not the last season, right?
They haven't said, I don't think. A lot of people are calling on them to make this the last season. I think obviously we have to wait and see where it goes.
Right.
But yeah, so far it's been.
I always saw the Underwoods, and look, I love that show. It's so fucking good. I've always seen them as what the crazy part of the Republican Party thinks the Clintons are.
Yes.
Right? Like that's basically, that's why they're Democrats, right? Because you couldn't do this show if they were Republicans.
Oh no.
Republicans would they'd be like, this is unfair, this is not possible, blah blah blah. Shut this show down. Democrats are just like, this show's fucking great. Like, who cares? It's not real life, you psychos.
But it's so bizarre because and I don't mind
They
saying this
kill
because
people
this
and shit like they're the Clintons.
I'm saying what's so bizarre is that at the very beginning of the very first episode, like before you even get to the title sequence, you have President Underwood marching into the House of Representatives, and basically like some Republican congressman is railing about starting an investigation based on the newspaper article that released at the end of season 4.
Okay.
And eventually one of the Democratic congressmen's like, let me have some of your time. And he's like, all right, you got 3 minutes. And he's like, I give my 3 minutes to President Underwood. And he marches up to the front of the chamber.
Oh my God.
And it's just him like pounding on like we're going to war. This is happening. I will not yield. And I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. But what's hilarious.
This is so ridiculous. Cut to
me
Tuesday of next
but I'm
week.
saying, what
the fuck is
but
going
what's
on?
the bizarre part is cut to like they keep showing crowd shots of the chamber. The Democrats are like, yeah, we're going to war. This is happening. And the Republicans are like, boo, like scurry. I'm just like,
It's so bizarre. I have to remember, like I have to remind myself that the party affiliations are flipped in this
Right.
fantasy world.
Right.
It's so like the Republicans are being reasonable as fuck. And these bloodthirsty Democrats are just like, it's so wild. Joel Kinnaman is a Republican and he's just like at his wit's end.
Joel Kinnaman is in that?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in season 4
he's been
too.
since last season.
He's the Republican challenger to Underwood's seat. So.
Like he's reasonable and charismatic.
Actually, he's very good in his role.
Yeah,
it's not
man.
like fucking Suicide Squad.
Meanwhile, Frank Underwood's fucking throwing reporters in front of subways and shit.
Oh yeah. That was
No,
what
Joel
season 2.
Kinnaman is basically like if Marco Rubio was a competent politician, that's essentially what Joel Kinnaman would be essentially. Like the new young hotshot Republican that they can
I
prop
need to
up
finish
basically.
season 4 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta catch up, dude.
Yo, I can't.
I was
wait
like
to
halfway.
It's been wild so far, and we're only 2 episodes in.
That's insane. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Actually, I've been dying to check out this new season. All right. No science and tech this week, except for America decided to leave the Paris Accords because fuck climate change. That's enough of that.
Good thing it's good business to keep up with future climate standards. Thanks, corporations.
You're welcome. No stupid tech. I couldn't find anything quite dumb enough. Comic news and no question of the week.
In stupid tech, America left the Paris Climate Agreement.
Exactly. Again.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump. No question of the week, just because we were off for a week. I wanted to load the docket up with plenty of news.
Off and dealing with catastrophes.
with our own stupid tech.
Yeah, me. Somebody spelled Terrence's name wrong again. All right, lightning round.
Where?
On Twitter. Lightning round this week. Casting news for the new Mutants movie. Charlie Heaton, who played one of the sons in Stranger Things, has been cast as Cannonball. That is literally the worst picture they could pick for him. It looks like a fucking dope.
No, he looks like Rainn Wilson's son in this picture.
basically.
Guys, I'm Cannonball. Come on, man. Pick a better photo. Jesus Christ. That guy's got a giant forehead, too. But, yeah, so he's going to play Cannonball, who is obviously a popular 1980s comic book character.
So what are Cannonball's powers? He, like, farts and, like, rocket boots come out of his...
Yeah, he's got, like, rocket legs. Basically, he has the same powers that they gave Negasonic Teenage Warhead in Deadpool. Same exact powers, basically.
Oh.
Because her powers in the comics are not that at all. But they were like, hey, can we change it? And Marvel's like, I don't give a shit. We're not going to use Negasonic Teenage Warhead. What are you, an idiot? Who even wrote that character? I don't know. And they're like, fuck it. So, yeah, basically the same powers. Next up, more casting from New Mutants. Henry Zaga will be playing Sunspot, the fiery-tempered Brazilian superhero. So, there you go. They hired a Latino gentleman for this.
Has anybody watched 13 Reasons Why?
No, but I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, me too. I haven't watched it. I was just asking.
Yeah. I heard
it was very depressing.
Yeah, I heard what it's about. I heard what the 13 Reasons were about, and I said, I don't need that in my life right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is each episode about a different? Is each episode about a different reason?
I don't know, but I don't need that in my life right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need to be depressed, man. Life is hard enough.
That's fair. Speaking of depressed, Sin City is getting a TV reboot. For some all reason. I literally do not know.
That was a graphic novel, right?
Yeah, very popular one.
And
So
one that's already had two movies, one very successful and one not as much.
Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Yeah,
that's the only some of the second
That's the only one you need to see. It's the first one.
I never saw the second one. I was like, I don't care about this because this movie came out 47 years after the first one, so I'm already over it.
Why does Frank Miller continue to be given opportunities to do
anything?
Like, damn,
that aren't just writing comic books?
Because Frank Miller
can't draw.
Oh. That is not.
That is something that I don't. I don't read comic books.
Frank Miller is a terrible artist. Every woman is a hooker, and they all look like men in drag for some reason. Because he can't draw for shit. But I don't know why they keep giving Frank Miller these projects. I have to assume it's just because Frank Miller wrote some of the greatest comic books, and they're just like, something's got to hit. Something's got to hit.
Catch that lightning at some point.
Yeah, like
didn't he also do like the Cape, if I'm not mistaken?
Spirit
Or
the Spirit.
Oh, okay.
No. The Spirit. He directed the movie, I think, but he didn't originally write the Spirit. That was an old comic.
Yeah, we did the movie though, right?
Yeah, boy. Oof.
No.
That apparently was really bad, and it looked really
Was that
bad.
with Samuel L. Jackson?
Yep. Yeah, I believe he got hit with a.
Oh,
toilet.
that's the two I'm getting confused then because it has a very similar aesthetic to the Cape, does it not? Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, Frank Miller also wrote some of the greatest comic books of all time.
No, absolutely. Like I of course love Dark Knight Returns. I even enjoy All-Star Batman for the amazing ridiculousness that it is.
Yeah.
So
good luck with that. But I cannot say the same. But so Glenn Mazzara of The Walking Dead will be the show's showrunner. He also did The Shield and the horror series The Omen. Lynn Westman, who helmed Underworld and also worked on Sleepy Hollow and Lucifer, will direct. But they haven't gotten somebody to pick it up yet. But apparently there's a number of television stations that are very interested.
Who? Fox?
Probably, which means they'll cancel it. So it's a show out of order.
So is it going to be?
No, if it's good, they'll cancel it.
Yeah,
that's how that works.
Is it going to follow the movie and follow different people? Is it going to follow Marv?
So what they say is, they say the new series is set to be a big departure from the movies. The idea is that the show will take the Sin City universe that the comics built and continue to add original characters that haven't been seen before. So not Sin City then,
right?
All right.
It'll just be it's
just going to be in black.
So it's just
just a black and white noir.
Right. It's just a
TV
film
show
noir.
essentially. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
We'll see. I am whelmed. I have no opinion on this whatsoever. director for Godzilla vs. Kong has been found. It's going to be Adam Wingard, who Adam Wingard is directing and Simon Barrett is writing. They teamed up before. They did Your Next and The Guest.
Your Next is good.
Yeah, everybody
Very
says that,
good.
right? I think it's on Netflix.
Guest, I don't know what The Guest is. Anybody know? Well, never mind. I was about to ask you, motherfucker.
Oh,
which one is that?
The Guest is starring the guy from that. I wanted to say Legacy. That's not the name of the show. That X-Men comic show that's on FX. Legion. Thank you. But I haven't seen it. But yeah, I heard Your Next is really good. I think it's on Netflix. I wanted to see it because it's not really as much a horror movie as it's just like a kind of a violent.
It's not very well. Scary is relative to people. It's not very scary. It's like just like a suspenseful, just fucked up movie.
Yeah, like I'm gonna murder your whole family type of thing. Yeah, I wanted.
You
to
might like it.
Yeah,
you like blood and gore.
I do.
Yeah, there you go.
Psychopath.
But that's a weird choice because there's movies that.
I mean, is this gonna be a horror movie?
I don't know. Those movies are bottle films, and this is like Godzilla and fucking King Kong about to beat the shit out of each other.
It could be a small movie. I mean, like
Yeah,
low
right.
scale.
I wonder how excited the studio is for this film now since Skull Island kind of bombed. So
How was Skull? It bombed, but I heard it. I didn't
People
think it
seem
was
to like
terrible.
it. Yeah, I think people liked it. I just don't think a lot of people.
Yeah, but
went
nobody
to see it.
gives a fuck, man. Like, who the fuck cares about King Kong or Godzilla for that? Look, more people care about Godzilla than King Kong, but I don't really think a lot of people care about Godzilla, right? And look,
I think people just want to see him fight, though. I think this movie will be wildly popular.
I think it's going to be a one-sided fight. I think King Kong is going to take it.
No, I think it'll be a draw.
I think King Kong's got reach. He's got agility.
Well, he doesn't have like
You don't have
he
the
can't.
He doesn't have the
alligator.
crocodile arms,
Like
the
that.
alligator arms.
He can't like fight.
I'll tell you what I think. I think
Well,
Pacific Rim being very successful turned out to be not such a great thing for the movie industry as a whole.
Yeah, we want big things to fight each other. Like, oh man.
Well, Godzilla doesn't have those little baby arms in this one. He's got now he doesn't have King Kong reach, but
I mean, is he ambidextrous at least?
He can't write with his left.
Is he
I don't think so.
ambidextrous?
These are the questions that need to be.
No, I
answered.
don't like. He's got that radioactive breath though.
Oh, that's true.
So
yeah.
it'd be like an injustice match where he's just firing his fucking breath and King Kong has to creep over and creep over and creep over. Like, that's not fun. That's boring.
No, can King Kong jump?
Yeah, he could jump.
Oh, he's gonna beat the shit out of Godzilla.
Exactly.
Like that shouldn't be.
Get
a
outta
So you guys are placing your early bets on Kong here.
like all things being equal.
Mothra will come in and
Like-
be a dusty finish.
like King Kong, he's like the black guy in
Go
this
fuck
fight
yourself.
because he's the fucking,
'cause he's the
he's like the monkey.
I don't care for that.
Well, look,
It
That's
is
what's
what
gonna
it
be.
is, man.
he should win.
He should
You
win.
got all those fast twitch muscle fibers.
He does some extra heel bones.
He's probably strong, and he's fucking huge, according to Skull Island.
Yeah, they made
He's
him bigger.
fucking gigantic.
Yeah, they made him much bigger so that this fight would actually make sense, and not just like, hey, that's a big gorilla versus a giant lizard. Like the scale is a little off.
I don't know. I got a.
Got your money on Kong.
Yeah, it should be Kong.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what's
I
his
don't
name?
need to
He's
see
got
the
to
movie
charge. He's got to charge up his fucking radioactive breath.
Right. He's got to
That's
wait
true.
for his meter to build up. What the fuck? It's fucking boring.
Do you guys remember that game? Of course, you probably do. Do you remember that game? What was it? King of Monsters?
Godzilla, King of the Monsters? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a
a
sort of a three-dimensional
It was
fight
an
game.
arena fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that game was pretty cool.
Was it?
I enjoyed it.
Godzilla fans liked it because you could lumber around, walking around like a fucking penguin. Meanwhile, Mothra, who has all the agility in the world, like, what the fuck? Like, how does Godzilla beat Mothra?
Fire
That shit
breath.
doesn't make
fucking
sense.
animal.
Fire
We're gonna
breath, dude.
How the fuck are we getting a technical breakdown of Godzilla King of the Monsters
I'm just saying,
on this
man.
show?
I barely
The
remember.
hell cares?
I'm just saying, man.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you.
Welcome to the show, Brad. Which is funny because when I listen to Dense Pixels, you guys are like, but you have to hit the charge meter. I'm like, fucking shut up. No one cares. Kyle's triple jump is really good. Like, yeah.
Kyle doesn't
I would
I know he doesn't.
never have a triple.
Thank you.
He's way too big now. You don't have that kind of agility.
Guile is the John Cena of Street Fighter.
He
character.
really is.
I mean,
that's who should probably play Guile if they ever do the fucking movie again.
I would love to see John Cena with no eyebrows and a high top fade.
That's his walking around look. All right, in the movie and TV news this week, director Josh Boone's vision for the New Mutants is quite different than you'd expect. So, Josh Boone did what was that damn movie that was like really sad? The Fault in Our Stars. So he's directing New Mutants, and he says it's going to be, quote, a full-fledged horror movie set in the X-Men universe. There will be no costumes, no supervillains. We're trying to do something very, very different. So the New Mutants movie is based on the Demon Bear saga, which is like a really famous story arc for the New Mutants, which is like them fighting this mystical bear that...
And then, I'm sorry.
I was waiting for your
And
reaction.
this is supposed to be a horror movie?
Yeah, but the bear is able to communicate with them, and like it works off of their like negative energy, and it has super strength, and it has it can teleport and all.
Powered by the ooze from Ghostbuster 2.
It's more like a Care Bears villain. Like when they're sad, it gets stronger, kind of thing. Which is equally as insane. But I could see the full-fledged horror movie thing working. I don't like the idea of no costumes. Like that's why, dude. Like. Come on, man. Like, Deadpool got the costume, the X-Men costume for Negasonic Teenage Warhead, absolutely correct. Just put them in those. That's what they dress like in the comics. It's not that hard. But this is supposed to be the story that, like, really brings them together as a team, so maybe they all get costumes at the end. I don't know.
They tried that in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they tried that in the last X-Men movie. Those costumes look like straight up thrift store garbage. They did.
I'm of two minds. Like it makes sense to try different stuff with superhero films, but at the same time, you might be really catching a lot of potential audience off guard, especially people that don't know what all they'll see is an X-Men movie, and they'll be like, "Oh, this will be great." And then, like, if you throw that, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
Like,
if you
why
put
am I watching Blair Witch Project?
Right.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
But the thing is, like, if you do it and you put them in the costume, like, all is kind of forgiven, man. Like, you're like, oh, okay, this is like a weird horror movie. Are they in the costumes? All right, so it's an X-Men movie with horror stuff. That's fine. Like, that's totally fine. Put them in the fucking costumes. That, like, I don't understand why that is so hard and why Fox runs away from that. And I think this is the poor lesson they learned from Logan, right? Which is like, Logan was really good and he wasn't in the costume. But it wasn't good because he wasn't in the costume. It was good because the writing was good and the story was good. Like,
Still haven't seen it.
it's good. It's a good movie, man. I know you're not gonna see it.
I don't think I am either.
I'm so happy to have all three of you here for this.
Especially the two of us specifically.
Oh, this is gonna be a good conversation. So they found the lead for Uncharted.
Isn't this still supposedly? Hopefully, it's confirmed. God damn it!
I like that Brad looks to the heavens to think about how much he loves his casting. Grown man Tom Holland.
He's a man. He's 21, right?
I don't think he's 21.
20.
I think he's 20. He can't even
he
drink
didn't drink yet.
on the set of
Well,
Uncharted.
he's like British. Can they drink in England?
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
You drink at 18.
So, yeah. I didn't know that motherfucker was British until like last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was
His-
like,
his-
what the fuck?
His
Like,
American
his American
accent's
accent's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, actually, there's an interesting story after this that probably explains that. So Tom Holland will be playing young. No shit, I don't think you really had to say that. Nathan Drake in Uncharted.
So is this like a flashback?
Right. When I first heard this, I'm like, wow, that's really weird that they're casting the prologue character and they're announcing it, right? Like, well, who's he going to play when he grows up? Like, that's what I was legitimately waiting for.
Oh, that's not going to happen?
Apparently not.
No, the prologue is the entire movie.
So in Uncharted 3, they have these flashback scenes of when Drake first met Sully, but that's not the entirety of the game. It's like,
prologue.
very small part of the game. Not even the prologue. Like,
It was like the first
it's
two
intercut.
chapters or something like that. Yeah.
I don't want that movie from an Uncharted movie. Just the formula exists. Just make Indiana Jones. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but I feel like I feel like your argument for the no costumes in the last story also fits here. You could try something different, or you could just turn everyone off for no fucking reason.
Are they trying to like are they trying to James Bond this and fucking sign him to like a 8-picture deal so that he can do it from 20 to 40?
In fairness, they might be, right? Which, from a
He
logical
looks like he's 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's going to be playing like teenage, right?
Yeah.
Which is, but again, if you look at the Uncharted lore, whatever the fuck that means. If you look at the Uncharted lore, like that's when Drake met Sully, was when he was a teenager. So
Okay,
it does
that's fine,
make
but he wasn't
sense.
doing.
I just don't need a whole movie
I don't
of when
need-
Drake met Sully.
I don't need an origin story for Indiana Jones.
Right. Thank you. Yes.
Like I don't need. Look,
Shit, they even did Young Indiana Jones, but it was a fucking TV show. Like, no
Right.
one wanted to go see that fucking movie.
and it was not good.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
that
live
show
in a
sucked.
world where Jurassic World is more of an Uncharted movie than the Uncharted movie. Like, just cast Chris Pratt as Nathan Drake and be done with it.
Side note: Chris Pratt up to play Sully.
No,
No, he's not old
doesn't
enough.
make any
He's
sense.
not old enough.
Yo, yeah, he is old enough. If he's
He's
gonna,
not. He's not grizzled enough. Sorry, he's not grizzled
Can
enough.
be. Look,
Chris Pratt, Nathan Fillion, who's not probably known enough to
Castle?
really do. He looks like him. He looks
mean, he was
exactly
kinda
like
modeled
him.
after
Yeah.
him.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm just saying that to mess with him.
yeah.
No, I always thought
That's how
Nathan.
my wife knows Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
like cast.
That's how my wife knows Nathan Fillion. So
No, but Nathan Fillion was the clear choice. He looks like the character, and had he not been like totally out of shape and
Right,
He's a little long in the tooth now.
Yeah.
to be.
like
shit,
before
He
he
been
started
getting
being
shape. He had to hit
Castle.
the- Chris Pratt died. Get back in shape.
I feel
I
like
think he may be a little old. But
Chris Pratt is the logical.
like I said,
choice.
I wasn't excited, when the rumors were, floating around that it was, Mark Wahlberg
Ugh,
was fucking doing
no.
it.
Wait,
but that
what?
yeah,
Yeah.
that was the original rumor.
And David O.
many
Russell.
months
that doesn't
ago.
make sense.
Yeah, and David O. Russell, I think, was supposed to direct it, which means
That doesn't
Which
make
means
sense.
Jennifer
either.
Lawrence would have played Sully probably.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
like-
exactly. I'm surprised she wasn't up for Nathan Drake.
I couldn't see David.
No,
O.
it
Russell.
would have been.
Natalie Drake.
It would have been fucking Bradley Cooper.
It would have been
playing
Bradley
fucking
Cooper,
Nathan
right?
Drake.
Like, that would have actually made.
That would have actually
Actually,
been
I
all
would-
right. I'd be all right.
Yeah,
with
I'd
that.
kind of be okay with that.
I'd be all right with that.
God
Yeah,
damn it! Why did they
She
pick
would
Bradley
be
Cooper?
playing the chick, right? What's the woman's
Yeah,
name?
Elena.
Elena, yeah.
Elena.
And I don't want
100%.
that. I don't want that either because I like Elena.
I don't like.
But I don't see
I
David
don't
O.
like
Russell
J-
directing that anyway. Like,
No.
what was the last action movie he directed? He doesn't direct
The
action
one about
movies.
the one about the
films.
mop with Jennifer Lawrence.
What?
The one about the mob.
Joy.
Yeah, Joy. It's about a woman who made a mop.
No, this,
Who gives a
Some-
shit?
Tom
mop
Holland.
head. I'm sorry,
Tom
what are
Holland
we
doesn't
talking-
make any sense. Tom Holland doesn't make
He,
any
he
sense.
just
for this.
doesn't. Like,
Yeah,
and look,
yeah.
I think Tom Holland has got a really storied career likely in front of him. I think he's gonna fucking kill it as Spider-Man. All that's fine. You don't need to have a teenager in this role. Just hire a grown ass
Are they
man.
really doing this?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's too much of a layup not to at least try it. You know what I mean?
Like, what kind of adventures is he going to be going on?
Right. He's gonna be a
I'm trying
fucking
to find
kid.
puberty. And the first girl is gonna touch my penis.
Like he's playing Spider-Man like at 16 in this upcoming.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. He's too fucking young.
I think he's gonna be. It's gonna be.
Uncharted: The Search for the Dropped Balls.
Thank you. I was just gonna fucking say that. I was just gonna say that. Fucking nailed it. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was trying to like work it out in
And
my
hey,
head.
The Search for the Dropped Balls, a decent episode title as well.
Yeah.
In all
Oh my
fairness.
god!
Let me just go ahead and jot that.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I'm not feeling this, and
I don't think anyone is.
yeah,
Like anyone that's played the games, they're gonna like, what the fuck are you? This is why fucking video game movies don't work because you do stupid shit like this.
right.
That just doesn't make any sense.
You
Yeah,
take
okay.
a video game. You want to make a movie based off of a video game that was based off of a movie, and you
Right.
and you don't want to base that movie off of the video game that was based off a movie.
Seems derivative.
It seems
I don't-
really dumb. I
don't get it, man.
Now, okay, Tom Holland aside,
Mm-hmm.
do you think? Well, I shouldn't say Tom Holland aside, but the idea of Tom Holland and possibly Chris Pratt, so Spider-Man and Star-Lord, hanging out together,
pretty much.
hanging out together. Do you think the movie can still work?
Name it something different.
I mean, it can.
I mean, let's say-
work.
But
mean-
you can. You need the. You don't need the cachet, but it helps to have that name behind it. I
Oh,
guess.
it'll get people in the theater.
So what the
Right.
fuck are they going to? So it's going to be called Uncharted.
It'll probably just be called Uncharted. Honestly, the first one.
I don't know the lore.
The search
of
for the
story.
drop
Well, how,
In,
how does he
Indiana
meet some-
Jones goes on adventures. Congratulations,
No,
you have
I'm
the
talking
story of
about.
Uncharted.
I'm talking about when he was a teenager. He meets Sully, and what does
Yes, he was a
He takes him under his wing
like
as like
he
a
was like a
thief.
miscreant kid, and Sully catches him trying to steal an artifact from this museum. I think it was trying to steal one of Francis Drake's artifacts from a museum. If I'm not
Right,
mistaken.
because Nathan Drake believes that he is a descendant of Sir Francis Drake.
right. So and Sully basically
It turns out.
Sully catches him, and he's like you're doing something stupid. I'll take you under my wing, kid, and I'll show you the ropes and show you how it's done. Basically, that's how they meet, and they go on a shitload of adventures together.
And then in the next game, oh yeah, by the way, I got an older brother.
A long lost older brother. Yes.
Yeah, that I didn't
Yeah,
tell
that's
you
Uncharted
about
4,
in the
right?
previous game.
Played by
So-
Robert Downey Jr. They should just slowly seed in everyone from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's. I mean, I guess it
Played
could
by
work.
Chris Evans. Holy shit!
I mean, it could work. I don't see a child going on these huge, crazy adventures.
Right,
That's
That's
why I
going
was
on,
asking
so.
you. Like, as he was a kid, was he going on these adventures?
It's
Or is it just
alluded
kinda
it's
like-
alluded to the fact that he does, yes, but definitely not the shit that's happening where you're fucking murdering pirates left and right and
Right.
doing all this kind of
See,
shit. So-
not gonna be
that's my concern is like that part of the game. Like there's a lot of like gunfire and stuff like that Nathan Drake
and to be completely fair, actually, you can cut a lot of that out of a movie because in the game it exists because it's a gameplay device
Yeah,
to
sure.
break up the adventuring and puzzle solving and whatnot. So you don't have to have that stuff in the movie, but you still need to. Nathan Drake is going to carry a gun. He's going to still be.
is he?
Yeah,
And not only that,
What if
like,
it's too heavy for his small
well,
19-year-old
that's the
back?
problem. So
like this game is known for its outlandish set pieces.
Yeah.
and stunts. Like I'm having a really, really hard time seeing Tom Holland hanging out of the back of a cargo plane or jumping from rail car to rail car on a moving train or climbing up a train that's fallen halfway off of a
Right.
cliff. Like I'm really having a really hard
or
time.
fighting mutant Nazis.
Right, or fighting blue
Quadrupeds,
hulking dudes.
Now we've taken a turn
That
into
dude went off
the
the
absurd.
fucking rails.
Yeah, so-
Okay. Now we're into a superhero movie, and I totally see Tom Holland. In this. Well, it's totally fine. Okay, here's last thing on that. Why didn't they just like? I don't know, man. Like this seems like such an obvious thing that should have been done so long ago. Like this movie seems
Because
easy.
to the surprise of nobody, Hollywood tends to overthink everything
Yeah.
nowadays.
Like it's an adventure movie, dude.
Right.
Like put it in the Sahara or wherever, and I don't know.
I want to see Tomb Raider. I want to see how they're gonna
I do too,
I
especially
have a
if they're
feeling
going.
that I have a feeling that might actually break the mold.
if they're doing the reboot. That's
Well,
just
and,
all they
and
fucking have to
especially
do.
if
That's a good story, man.
yeah,
well, right, if they're sticking with the tone that the games have taken recently, then it should be
it should
pretty
be
good.
very good.
And it can't be worse than what came before the
Angelina
other
Jolie.
two. So-
She looked great.
she did.
That was about it.
Daniel Craig was in that first one.
Shut the
was.
fuck up.
He was.
Shut
he
up.
was the villain.
Yes, he was. That movie was really bad. And as we've said on the show, Mike and I saw that on a 2-movie feature
With swordfish.
with Swordfish.
Swordfish.
And Swordfish was the better movie.
I like swordfish.
I did.
I did not.
I liked it. And then I grew up.
Like hack the computer while the chick is giving you a blowjob. Like
Oh, you got me.
I'm dead. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
I got nothing.
Wasn't that fucking Wolverine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Logan.
And
Let's move on.
John Travolta during his outlandish phase. Yeah. So,
Right. Yo, that
was that
fucking
one-
haircut. It facial
One
hair
sequence
situation.
that I remember, he had that ball bearings bomb
Yeah.
in the bank that like murdered a whole bunch of people.
Yep.
That was fucked up, man.
They actually do that.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Next up, this is kind of an interesting a bit of information. So apparently, John Watts, the director of Spider-Man: Homecoming, basically sat down with Tom Holland and was like, "Look, here's a couple of old movies and things like that to watch to kind of prepare for the character of Peter Parker." And one of the things, like, he had him watch a bunch of like John Hughes movies, obviously. But one of the movies that he kind of based his version of Spider-Man off of was Back to the Future and Marty McFly, which makes all the sense in the world. That's a perfect character to kind of base Peter Parker off of. Like, squeaky voiced kid thrown into a situation that is way over his head and kind of like makes good on it. Actually, it kind of saddens me because Michael J. Fox could have probably played Spider-Man back in the 80s if they made the movie. He would have been a perfect fucking choice.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. He's little. Like,
Yeah,
it works.
Really little.
Yeah, he's a tiny guy. So,
used to playing much younger characters, so
yeah. Like, I feel like Michael J. Fox could probably still play young Nathan Drake at this point. At the age of 19. But I thought that was kind of cool. He says, my goal was to try and kind of be our generation's Marty McFly. That was my all-time goal was, and I actually was lucky enough that a journalist said, "Oh, you're kind of the Marty McFly in this movie." So, there you go. I mean, I can see it.
July 7th, okay.
Yeah, man.
That's when it comes out.
Coming up soon. 1 month.
Damn.
Next up, this story is only going to make you angry, but the next story is going to make you real pissed, Micah. Tom Hardy will star in Sony's standalone Venom movie. I can't believe they convinced Tom Hardy to do this.
look, if you're gonna get anybody to do it, you could have done a lot worse, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You could have. I mean, it's not like they're casting Topher Grace or anything.
Yeah, that would be an outlandish casting.
Yeah, well, I couldn't imagine anything like that happening ever.
I
but-
concur.
I don't know who's FaceTiming me. I don't pick up numbers that I don't recognize. And I don't go see movies with characters that I refuse to recognize. No, I'm not going. I'm not into this at all.
You're not seeing this?
I'm not into Venom.
You're not seeing this?
I'm not into Venom.
Okay, so you're seeing this.
Not necessarily.
If the trailer looks
If
really
the trailer
good.
looks good, I'll check it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, here's the thing. It's Tom Hardy. You know, even if the movie isn't great, he's gonna
he'll
fucking
be
put
good
his
in it.
all into it. He will probably find the symbiote to wrap around his body to make it more realistic.
It's not like it's a Michael Fassbender film or anything like that.
Just jump and punch you in the face.
That's very bizarre.
Fuck you, dude. He's a good actor. His casting agent is an asshole. Michael Fassbender is a good person.
This is just weird, man.
Why is he doing this?
Right, it's not
Why?
weird. It's
See
not weird
something
because they
in it?
got him. It's weird that Tom Hardy was like, "Yeah, sure."
Right, that's
No
I'm like,
problem.
what the fuck? What do you see? This is Sony, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
and
enti-
it does not have Spider-Man in it.
It's also entirely possible that they're just like, "Here's a shitload of money."
Yeah,
Tom
I
Hardy
think
is like,
he
"You
just-
know what? I could use a shitload of money."
I think he just saw a payday. I can't imagine.
Well, he was
Tom
in that
Hardy
Spy
knows
versus
anything
Spy
about.
movie, right?
Yeah, with
What?
With
What?
Reese Witherspoon.
No, that was
and,
No,
Chris
that-
Pine and
and Tom
Chris-
Hardy.
Oh,
Oh,
it was.
he was in that
This
too?
means war?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I think that.
My wife
was
liked
in
that
that.
movie. I mean,
I
again,
would
my-
rather.
I
I'd
feel
rather
your
watch.
pain, man.
Yeah, Baywatch. And the myriad of other
So what
Boss
what
Baby.
did, your wife think of that movie?
Her favorite. Her
Did she
favorite
think
word.
It was
Her favorite word.
silly,
Cheesy.
cheesy. That's it.
Cheesy is her
That's
favorite
cheesy.
word. And she is not attracted to The Rock, so she says, unprompted by me.
She is or is not?
Is not. She's
That's
like,
not
he's
even-
too big now.
Yeah, he is. It's
Well,
kinda-
luckily for you, because you were almost there. You're like, yeah, I'm cruising.
he looks kind of gross.
No,
me.
he's fucking huge.
It's kind of like
He's-
Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
kind of like
He's the
veins
boulder
on veins on
at this
veins.
point.
Yeah,
Calm
he's
down.
officially hit that.
Um,
Yeah, this doesn't. I don't.
I don't like this.
So what,
I don't like any of this.
is this a rated R movie? Is this a PG-13 movie?
I
What
think
is this?
it's likely to be rated R.
So what is Venom going to be eating people or something? Like
Probably fighting Carnage is my guess.
Who's going to play Carnage?
Are they really going to pull the Carnage card out?
I mean, let's
already?
hope not, right? Like
Who else are they gonna pick? Who else are they gonna pick?
Yeah, what other enemies?
Oh, right. Would you like me to move on to the other story?
Sure.
Because it's really good, and you haven't read it, which is
I
great.
haven't.
Yeah, I know you haven't.
No, wait.
You know what?
It was going to be a Venom movie and a Carnage movie. Are they not going to be?
That was rumored. They haven't said.
So if he plays, so who's going to play Carnage if he's in this movie?
I always said it should be Jim Carrey, but he'll never.
He
do
should
it.
be Jim Carrey.
He would be perfect, but he'll never do it. He's on trial for murdering his ex-girlfriend with drugs.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fire Marshal Bill?
Damn. You can't even think of another character this guy's played in 35 years. Jesus Christ. No, she stole his drugs and took them, and then she
OD or
committed suicide. And so they're like, oh, maybe he prompted it. I don't think he did. I think he's totally innocent. She was just a drug addict. So here's the next story in this whole thing. So there's a Venom movie, and then there is this Silver Sable, the ladies of the Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man movie. Now, allow me to read, I'm interested to see how long before that vein in the front of Micah's forehead blows up. This is what is suspected to be the summary of what they're doing for this Silver Sable movie. Quote, 7 years after Mendelstrom, a.k.a. Robot Master, and his two henchmen, the Scorpion and Tarantula, killed her father, Silver
These are
Sable...
real names?
Yes.
Yeah, these are characters.
Silver Sable is hired by the government to find Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat, a master hacker and thief. Still with me?
Wonder if she's proficient in double hacking.
You tighten down. Has apparently stolen valuable secret information. She's hiding in the lawless and dangerous triple frontier area between Paraguay, Argentina, and Brazil. Once there, Sable asks her old contact, Dmitry Smirnogov, aka the Chameleon, to locate her. But it seems the government are not the only ones looking for the Black Cat. It seems Felicia has made a deal
Did a 12-year-old write this?
Yes. Felicia has made a deal with Strom to save her father from a Russian prison, and she's been genetically enhanced. Now the mad scientist wants his prize experiment back because his financier, Norman Osborn, wants a return on his investment. It also goes on to say that characters such as Dominic Fortune, Jessica Drew, Kraven the Hunter, Tombstone, and Charles Standish will all be introduced in the movie.
This doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes no sense.
Like, you could do a Silver Sable movie, right? Because she's a bounty hunter, and you could do that.
Sure.
It doesn't need to have all that extra shit, though. Like, you don't need to introduce
Felicia Hardy. Why?
every Spider-Man villain.
But you're missing the point. You can. So therefore, you must.
Yeah. Hey guys, remember how Spider-Man 2 was over bloated? Yeah, let's try that
Spider-Man
again.
3. No, which one are we talking about?
3 in the first one.
Oh, 2
and
in the
2 in the
yeah,
second
oh,
one.
God damn, they did that shit twice.
Yeah, because they can't help themselves. They can't. Now, this is all speculative, not fact. However,
That
Micah,
summary sounds god awful, by the way.
Yeah,
you
no, it
said,
was really
sounds like
terrible.
a child wrote that.
yeah, and then henchmen, and then the third triangle
And then
ends up.
Kraven the Hunter came, and then he met the Kingpin.
A child or presidential script. Right. One of the two. Honestly, so.
Kofifi.
I didn't know what that was for the longest time. I was just like, what the
No one knows what it is.
No one still.
They don't know. They don't. He just fell asleep tweeting, and they won't just admit that that's what happened. They literally said that he knows what it means, and a few other people knows what it means. Like, they're literally pretending that Kofifi is a word. we're all fucking insane. Get the fuck out of here, Frank Underwood.
This week in Stupid on Look Forward is going to be lit. It's going to be awesome.
It's the whole docket is under that fucking section.
Like, I had to look it
Fuck
up
you.
on Urban Dictionary, and they were like, yeah, when an incompetent buffoon tries to spell coverage but fucks up because his hands are too small to reach the keyboards or some
God
shit
damn.
like that.
He doesn't know how to type things.
Clearly.
Um,
Fifi.
So, okay, here's the bigger point about the Spider-Man story, though. This is not in the MCU, which means that all of these characters would no longer be available in the MCU.
You know what? Good. I don't give a fuck. I don't like Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery.
You don't want Norman Osborn in the MCU?
I want Norman Osborn and Otto Octavius. Those are the only two that I really give a damn about.
What about fucking Big Wheel? You don't want Big Wheel in there?
I don't want any of those motherfuckers. All the rest of them can go to hell.
Big wheel? Oh, that's the nigga in a wheel.
He drives a big wheel.
That's insane.
That's a very clever name.
And you know what?
It's almost too clever.
You can introduce new Spider-Man villains in the MCU. Do Mr. Negative. You want Asian representation? Bam, there you go. Asian villain.
Yeah.
Mr. Negative.
Yeah, but why does an Asian person have to be the villain?
Because
Please explain.
Why can't he be Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can be Spider-Man.
That's true.
Because he wears a full body stocking.
It's true.
Yeah.
And you want Asian
Seems
representation.
like quite a problematic suggestion.
You want representation. You got to start as a villain first, and everybody likes the villains.
Yeah, they're actually the fun.
Yeah.
Generally the fun.
They have the most fun.
Yeah, a hero is only good as his villain.
It's true.
Superman can't go to the fucking playground and beat up Nelson Muntz. Like nobody's gonna respect him. You know what I mean?
Punch him in his stomach.
Right.
Make his
Murder
heart
him.
blow up.
And they're like, wow, that guy's a fucking dick.
He's got to fight Brainiac.
Right, like he's got
On
to
the
fight,
moon.
So yeah,
That's funny.
I know. Okay, so who are Spider-Man's rogues that actually matter? Norman, Otto Octavius.
those are the only ones that I really.
I'd like to see Mysterio because I think the MCU could pull it off.
I think he would be. He would be interesting, like from an artistic standpoint.
Yeah, I think he'd be fun.
you
fun
could
to see.
do that. That could be fun. But
What about
Shocker?
he's in Spider-Man: Homecoming?
Is he? Oh, yes. Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in Spider-Man Homecoming. Congratulations.
That guy's gonna play me in a movie. Although I do think that other person was correct. What's the guy? Romani Falco. That guy.
Romani
should play,
Falco.
Yeah, that guy should play me in a movie. Quite handsome. He already played a guy named Jay who yelled at another guy. He's got the anger
That's
range.
funny.
Yeah, this sounds
Eventually,
like a
he'll
terrible
have Venom, though. After the assured success of this Venom film.
Oh, they
coming
will
out.
immediately move him into the MCU. What they actually should do, if Sony wasn't absolutely run by idiots, what they would do is they would work with Marvel to make these movies and to kind of bring up these lower Spider-Man characters, and when they work, shepherd them into the MCU. But it's Avi Arad, so he's gonna fuck it up, and it's gonna be terrible, and so then it'll be like, well, we don't want any of this associated with us because, of course. So
Kraven would have been interesting.
I think Kraven would have been a great fucking character in the MCU. Him
And then
hunting Spider-Man across New York, that would be fucking awesome.
And then
Be Predator 2, basically, the superhero movie.
Yeah. I mean, you could really like if he could. You could have him somehow distract the fucking Avengers or something like that so that he could just go after Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe he gets foiled by the Punisher for no reason. Like, because the Punisher's gone after Spider-Man too. Like, yeah, you could do it.
Smythe wasn't in that list, was he?
No.
There you go.
Smythe is a good character.
Just fight a bunch of fucking spider slayers all over the place.
That would be a cool story.
Yeah.
They've done the game.
So you could do it.
Yeah, I
Without those
You don't want
dumbass-
Tombstone in the MCU?
No.
This giant head? Hey, yo, Spider-Man. He's a ridiculous character. Yeah, I'm sad that Jessica Drew is going to be swept up into this garbage heap too. All right, next up, more casting news for Universal's Dark Universe. So this is their like classic monster movie universe. Apparently, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Angelina Jolie are rumored to play the Wolfman and the Bride of Frankenstein, respectively.
Okay.
Huh.
Thoughts?
Look, we all like The Rock.
Is he in too much?
Is he overexposed?
Yes,
Of course, yes.
Like, I get striking while the iron's hot, but I'm getting kind of tired of looking at y'all ass, man. Like,
I feel like he's close to being to the level of Jennifer Lawrence. You know, where people just like, I need you to take about an 8-year break. Because if I see you, David O. Russell, and fucking Rocket Raccoon in a movie together, I'm going to lose my mind. Now, maybe that's just me personally. That's my own personal issue, but I feel like a lot of people feel that way.
It's getting to be, it's getting to be a little
What?
too much.
He's Rocket Raccoon. That's
Have
it.
any reviews come in on that Tom Cruise Mummy movie yet?
Not yet, but I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
I'll see it. I'm kind of looking forward to it.
It's looking at the trailers, it looks like it is going to either go one or the complete opposite way.
It
Yeah.
doesn't look like there's any in between.
Oh, there's
Right.
no medium. There ain't no medium on that one, buddy. It's going to be like, wow, that was a surprisingly really good movie.
Yeah. Or holy shit.
Tom Cruise, what the fuck have you done?
Right.
Yeah, I'm a Tom Cruise apologist. So, I don't know. I think Tom Cruise is actually a pretty decent actor. Actually, I think he's above decent. He just is a crazy person.
His movies as of late, he's just been jumping out of planes and shit.
Yeah, because he's fucking Scientology Jesus and he can't die. So what do you guys think? Angelina Jolie is the Bride of Frankenstein? That's not bad.
Sure, I also don't give a
She's already
shit
a
about the
mummy.
Bride of Frankenstein.
What's that?
So she's already a mummy. She's like 12 pounds. It's kind of
No,
gross.
you're not wrong. She used to be.
Oh, but she's
Much
playing
normal.
Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. She's too small. What are her powers? What the fuck does she do?
I think she's just kind of creepy looking.
Fucking nags Frankenstein's monster.
I hate your mother.
That's why he don't fucking talk. He's like, oh.
That is a fucking terrible thing to say. It was hilarious, but very rude. Yeah, I
know.
don't.
What does she fucking do? I don't.
know. So okay,
just
so
scare
Javier Bardem is supposed to play Frankenstein, which is weird because they're doing the Frankenstein movie after the Bride of Frankenstein, which makes no sense. Johnny Depp is supposed to play the Invisible Man, and they haven't picked anybody for the Creature of the Black Lagoon or Creature from the Black Lagoon.
The only Invisible Man I want to see in a movie is Kevin Bacon.
Hollow Man.
Yeah. I liked Hollow Man.
I liked Hollow Man, dude.
I saw that movie in the theater.
I own that movie. It is upstairs.
You know
It
why I
is
like
ridiculous.
that movie? Because that is the proper reaction for what people would do if they had invisibility.
I knew that's exactly what you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say that's what I would do, and I was like, rape a woman?
No, I wouldn't rape a woman. Like the average person, if they got invisibility powers, they would be a monster.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% of the time. Are you kidding? If I had invisibility powers, dude, I would just kick people in the balls all the time. All the time. I would just go to the gym just to work out legs, just to get the proper force behind a fucking swift kick in the ass. Are you kidding me? Oh,
Well, person.
yeah,
I would use
man.
my powers for good for myself.
Okay, thank you.
I was about to say.
Stop lying.
There's literally
Robin
nothing-
Banks.
What happened?
Nothing that invisibility can do to help mankind.
It can help me get fucking paid.
Yeah, but you still see the goddamn money. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you just put it under your shirt.
No,
that's right,
not what
yeah,
happened.
that's right.
How that
That's
works.
right, 'cause
You
you're
gotta be
naked.
fucking naked.
Yeah, he had to be naked.
Yeah.
What are you gonna shove it up your ass?
And you do what you gotta do. Yeah, get
No,
that money.
like that's not gonna work. Teleportation.
that's the best power.
That's the bank robbing.
Yeah, I saw
Power.
that classic movie Jumper with Mannequin Skywalker, Christian.
Invisibility.
Hayden
Yeah,
Christensen.
invisibility is just to be a dick.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Like,
Again.
what do you do?
Again, kick people in the balls. I just would.
Just fucking pull people's chairs out from under.
Like it now, invisibility in the Invisible Man sense sucks, right? Where you're constantly invisible.
Yeah.
Being able to turn it on and off like fucking Sue Storm, that is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just
But
be like,
still,
I'm out of here.
like, what do you do with it? Like, what do you do with invisibility?
That's why they had to give Sue Storm a bunch of fucking powers.
Right,
because
I'm
it's like-
invisible. Like, but bitch,
Where
what
you
else do
at?
you fucking do?
That's not really helping us. They're shooting at us.
Right.
They can't
It's
see
like
me.
you're invisible. Like you're gonna get hit with a straight bullet anyway. It's not like they can't hit you.
They can't. I'm invisible. Like,
right,
where's
you
that
don't
blood
turn
spot
fucking
come from?
translucent.
Right.
Like, you-
That's a stupid power.
Yeah, you got to have something extra.
Right. You can't just be invisible.
Otherwise, you have to go to fucking 7-Eleven and like stock up on those those Band-Aid wraps or whatever.
Like you
For
can't
your needs.
steal this.
bandage wraps.
Yeah.
Gotta wrap yourself in ace bandages.
Yeah, and wear sunglasses for some weirdo reason.
Yeah, you can't steal. With
You still need to protect
invisibility.
yourself from UV rays.
That's true. You're
Just
more
'cause your
exposed.
visibility doesn't mean
Yeah.
that your eyes don't work.
And, and you're naked all the
And
time.
you're naked. Yeah, you're more exposed then.
And just because you're black don't mean you can't get sunburned.
Yeah, you learned that one the hard way, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Once again, fucking Florida. Like, I think my case has been proven.
I mean,
on
it
numerous
is.
occasions.
I mean, I have to say, Terrence has been more right than wrong, which is, I would argue.
Florida, where a nigga gets sunburned. Like, what? How does that work?
I think that's
I got
actually
sunburned once.
I think that's on the sign actually as you're driving in. So.
Like, I don't like this at all.
Wait a minute. Turn around. This is not worth it. I can't believe they had the gall to write that on the sign. And that Brad read it. What a racist. Next up, this is a hilarious story. Dudes with tiny penises are mad because the Alamo Drafthouse decided to have a single woman's only screening of Wonder Woman. And it was only for, quote, women and people who identify as women only.
I got to tell you, between this and the announcement of Far Cry 5, it's been a really sad week for, as Carrie would probably call it, mediocre white men.
I mean, she's not wrong.
I mean,
look, how I have to imagine as they were screaming and typing their tweets about this, they were also headed out of their house, very angrily driving to the local curves and banging on the door, asking why they couldn't work out there as well. It's one fucking screening.
Right.
Who cares, dude? They have male allowed screenings at the same time. Yeah, but we should be in there. Dude, I don't give a fuck. Although, I will say this, and Terrence, I'm sure you will back me up on this. I feel like this opens the door, right? Like, there should be a black-only screening of Black Panther.
Yes, absolutely.
And
fuck you.
And the funny
Brad.
thing is, I was... Sorry, dude.
I was the only white person there. Like,
I mean, the only thing is,
It would've been
I don't
Jack.
care.
yeah, it would have been the same thing.
It's whoever...
I mean, at the theater that you're going to see it anyway, that might just end up happening just through your force of nature. So.
Wow. I don't know if I should be offended.
Hey, I used to live there and frequented that theater.
I feel like I
I mean, Brad's not wrong. There's a solid black block.
feel like I need to go to a hood movie to see fucking Black Panther.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
might
like
have
that's something
to.
I got to do.
Yeah, not the first time you see it, though.
Yeah, second.
Yeah, because they're going to be talking at the
I'm
screen.
like, y'all niggas got to shut up. Please. Like, I know it's an all black cast, but I'm trying to watch an MCU movie. Please stop it.
So, one of the funny things, I was talking to Carrie about this yesterday.
That shit was funny.
It'll probably be all black. I was talking to Carrie about this story, and I was saying, yeah, you know, they should have an all black Black Panther's screening. And she was like, no, they should have just a non-white one. She was like, because that will make white people even madder. That all the minorities can go just
color.
except
I'm all for it.
that I thought was a perfect suggestion. I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right, Gary.
Oh
You're right.
shit.
You're an asshole, but you're correct. So, are you guys upset that women are able to go to it?
I can't even muster up the false outrage.
Right.
Yeah.
Just for humor's sake.
I can't even make a
story.
joke, man.
It's like it's amazing. Who is mad about this? Oh yeah,
was it like 5 people? Is that why? Like, come on.
Really insecure white dudes. That's who's
Yeah.
mad about this.
but like you go to the movie theater and you're like, oh, Wonder Woman's playing at like 8:00 in like 3 different theaters. Hey, can I go to that one? No, that's
not even the same time in 3 different theaters. Like, no, you can't go to the 8:00 showings, women only. All right, I guess I'll wait till 8:15.
No,
Let me go to the local Starbucks.
Yeah,
get
like-
some fucking covfefe before I
Yeah, exactly.
see the movie.
the best blend. Fucking ridiculous. Here's some sad and interesting news. Joss Whedon had to actually take over for post-production work for Justice League because Zack Snyder and his wife Deborah Snyder had to step down from the film because their daughter committed suicide. And apparently they had brought on Joss Whedon to do some like photography and reshoot work early on and to like kind of like work on the script a little bit like months ago. But then when this stuff happened, they were just like, do you mind just kind of handling it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really a sad situation. I have to say, I was really happy to see a lot of people not being dicks about it and being like, "Oh, good, I'm glad that happened." Like, no,
There
dude.
were though.
Were there? I
Oh
didn't.
yeah. Oh come on, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Oh, now I remember. I was
Yeah.
out of the country. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, there definitely were, and I mean, which is gross, but
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. I mean, look,
impossible to avoid because it's just
nerds
what's
are
gonna
fucking
happen,
assholes.
so.
But yeah, I mean, look, Joss Whedon knows the shit. Like, he knows team up movies, so whatever he can do to help the film get, because they're basically saying they just want him to come in and help finish Zack's vision. Like,
You
the
know
film
what's-
has already been done.
You know what's fucked up is if this movie is good, all of that will be attributed to Joss Whedon.
Yep.
If the movie is bad, all of that will be attributed to Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Like even Joss Whedon couldn't save it.
Right.
It's gonna be one or the other.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up.
Yeah,
because
it
he
is, man.
filmed the movie. Like,
Right.
Guys, I directed it. Like, yeah. Directed it, like, with a camera.
we all know that stuff doesn't come together until post anyway. Come on, come on, Zack Snyder.
Yeah, please. Everyone knows the movie's made there. Like, well, I mean, sometimes, but no, there's also, writing and directing. Yeah, it's just a sad situation. It really is. But it also puts into question what happens with Justice League 2 and what happens with Joss Whedon's just role in that universe. Does he take over for Justice League? And if he takes over for Justice League, what happens to his solo Batgirl movie? Like,
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was supposed to be doing that, or he is doing that.
he is doing it. They just don't have a release date yet. So, I don't know, man. Justice League comes out November 17th, so here's hoping they kind of work it out. But it's just a really kind of a sad story. Next up, What the Fuck, brought to you by JTD. Micah, take it away.
You don't want to read the Amazon ad?
No, because that link doesn't work, but thanks for bringing it up.
Oh. Have you
Goddamn professional.
Denspixels.com/Amazon still very much does.
I don't think it does.
It did the other day, so
Oh, all right.
there you go.
There you go. That's the one I was talking about. Have you ever been enjoying a cup of kofifi, tea, or nice breakfast pastry and thought to yourself, a rat crawling on the table would make this a much better experience?
This story is fucking bonkers.
This is insane.
Well, you're in luck if you live in the San Francisco area. This pains me personally.
I was about to say, don't you enjoy San
because I
Francisco,
really,
like, a
really
lot?
like San Francisco, and I am disappointed in you, San Francisco. I am very disappointed in you.
This is as they called it on Desus and Mero. This is some Yakubian nonsense. By the way, if you don't know what Yakubian is, the Yakub theory is that white people were made in a lab by
Yeah.
black
Oh,
people.
okay.
So reasonable.
That
Sure.
makes sense.
Yeah, so white people nonsense. I'm not going to any place that has rats.
The San Francisco Dungeon is a 60-minute live-action journey through 200 years' worth of the Bay Area's most riveting and sinister history. Now, for a limited time this summer, it's offering its guests a creepy new experience. Quote, "We want to offer a frighteningly funny encounter with creepy crawly critters you can only find at the San Francisco Dungeon," says idiot Matthew Clarkson. Drinking coffee while a rat is on the loose? That's not for the faint of heart or for people that don't want the fucking plague. I may have ad-libbed some of that. For just $50, people can sip their kofifi while seated in a bistro-style table, nicely draped with red and white tablecloths, while being surrounded by live rats.
So you're telling me that so I have to pay extra
You have to pay for the privilege.
to be in the privilege of rodents
Yes.
while I eat my breakfast.
After dining with the rodents crawling on you, you get to interact with the rats for 15 minutes. The rats will be provided by Ratty Rats, a local... The dungeon didn't immediately return requests
What's
for
the word
comment.
they have?
Local
What's the
what?
word they have? Then?
Non-profit dedicated to rat adoption and welfare. Fuck you. The rats. They're rats. People buy them to feed to snakes.
No, they don't even buy rats. They buy mice to feed the snakes.
God
A
damn.
rat will eat a snake. That's the fucking problem.
Even a snake won't eat a rat. There was something in here that I'm trying to find.
Are you sure this doesn't take place in San Francisco, Florida? I'd have to imagine that there is one if such a place.
You know what?
exists.
That's what I'm going to go by.
Very good.
Terrence, stop going to Florida.
Look,
This
I don't have to say it anymore.
this dummy is quoted as saying, "We're obviously following all food code and hygiene."
Oh, shut the
requirements."
fuck up!
I don't.
No, you're not. No, you aren't. It's fucking gross, man. That's gross.
What is wrong? Okay, I'm going to take a bold stance here. I'm going to take a bold stance. I am also not okay with the cat cafes either. I don't want animals crawling over my food.
I don't want a service animal in a restaurant. That blind person is gonna have to eat outside. Fuck that, man. Nah, yo, I don't like animals, and I don't like them around my food.
I think the part that really set you off was like, we live up to the strictest codes.
No, you're not. You're not, dude. You're not. Get the fuck out of here, man.
That's insane. That's literally an insane viewpoint. Nah, man.
Nah, nope. Sorry. Moving on.
It's fucking
Well, you're not getting away from the food related stories here. A woman in Walnut Grove, California, what the fuck are you doing? A woman in Walnut Grove, California, has spent the last 3 weeks in the ICU after eating gas station nacho cheese. Lavinia Kelly was driving home from work on April 21st when she stopped at the Valley Oak food and fuel gas station for a snack. After purchasing, oh shit! Here's the most disgusting part of the story. After purchasing a bag of Doritos, she drizzled them with nacho cheese sauce that was available for customers.
Wait, no, back up.
Yep,
So
you heard right, my friend.
she bought the nachos,
The Doritos, a bag of Doritos.
Did she drizzle it in the bag?
She did, as if it's movie theater popcorn butter. The next day, the mother of three went to a local hospital.
I can't believe Yo, who does that? Yeah, it's Doritos. They're not fucking just regular chips. They have seasoning on them.
Apparently, the
The
same.
fucking monster, dude.
Apparently, there have been 5 cases of botulism
Come
connected
on,
to
man.
the same gas station.
Oh, shit.
Yo, her kids are posing with her like, this is our dead mother. She died at an Exxon trying to fucking put some cheap cheese on Doritos. Who does that, dude? Who does that?
Got fucking tears in my eyes.
Officials halted food sales in the business on May 5th. Thank God.
Yeah, don't say.
Yeah.
They are still hopeful that she will recover from her case of botulism.
God damn.
I'm just curious I'm really curious as to who goes, yeah, I'm gonna get the Cool Ranch Doritos and then open the bag and put hot cheese before you left the store. You're a monster, dude. You're a fucking monster.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, when I realized you said Doritos, I lost it, dude. Like that is untenable, dude. It's untenable.
It is the equivalent scene of Tommy Boy when Chris Farley shoves the french fries in his mouth and then squirts the ketchup packet in after them, and David Spade's like, I can hear you getting fatter.
I love that movie, by the way.
Tommy
Sounds
Boy.
fucking hilarious.
Wow, that's amazing. That is something. All right, Terrence.
Well, I saw this earlier this week. A black man receives a white man's penis
Oh, of course you got
through
this.
a transplant because why the fuck not?
What a downgrade for him.
Probably. Statistically speaking.
Statistically, goddamn. A 40-year-old black man received a penis transplant from a white donor. You can donate your penis.
How did he
when
lose
you
it?
die?
The guy lost it because he got he had a botched circumcision. He was 40.
Oh
He's
yeah,
40.
didn't he do it himself? Or
No, I don't think so. No, he lost his penis in a routine circumcision. Then he got done.
No.
Yeah, 'cause
stop it. There's no such thing as a 40-year-old routine circumcision. Is
Yes,
there?
that he got done 17 years ago.
Oh,
So he's just been sans penis for 17 years.
Wait a
But
minute.
no,
Wait a
that means
minute.
he got it done when he was 23.
Also,
That's still
weird.
not fucking normal.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's a routine circumcision, as in the surgery is routine, not as in why are you 20 years old getting your dick cut?
Don't put
Look, if
sharp
you don't- if
objects
you-
in my fucking dick.
Look, here's the thing. Whatever decision your parents make when you're a baby,
better make
you gotta
that.
live with that. Like that's it, dog. Like they decide to do the cut, then you cut. If not, if they left you with a fucking turtleneck, you keep the turtleneck. Don't get a fucking circumcision at 23. What's wrong
So
with
he
you?
got a circumcision. 23, lost his dick. Team of South African doctors from Stellenbosch University
South Africa.
and the Tiger. Well,
Where was this taking place?
I don't fucking.
I hope there. I hope he didn't go there to get it done.
Where? Wait.
Tigerberg
Tigerberg Academy. That was
Give you a new
Tigerberg Academy.
penis. It's a white one.
He went to South Africa, and the only dicks they could find were white ones. You're on a continent with black dicks, and you couldn't find one. It's fucked up, man. They did this shit on purpose.
That's fucked up, yo. And it's Africa too. Like, he could have got a. Never mind. Whatever. Yeah. So he got a white dick.
Yeah, now he's gonna tattoo it to make it the same color as his rest of his body.
I don't know if I would want that.
I
to
wonder
happen.
if he's regretting
Yeah,
that
If he's got
decision.
feeling in that shit, I refuse to have. No, I just have a white dick. Fuck that. Like,
Does it work?
This is what it is. Like, I'm not getting my dick tattooed. Does he have feeling in it at this point?
I would assume so. I think it works.
Yeah, I'm not getting my dick tattooed if I got feeling in it.
Nah, bro.
No. Getting to get an erection and all that? Because they got like
He
chambers and shit in
says,
the
he
penis.
says we expect him to have a normal erections that allow him to have normal sexual intercourse eventually.
eventually.
It is also expected that he'll regain full sensation. So he can get hard but can't feel it? The fuck is the point?
It's like wearing a condom.
Yeah. A real thick one.
That's white. Belongs to another culture.
Wow, that's a flesh condom. It's wow, that is amazing. Yeah. It ain't that great.
Nah, you know what the best type of condom is? One that's not on. But make sure you have consent.
Yes, please.
Yeah, what's that term people are doing now? Like taking a condom off during sex? Like
Oh, like
Stealthing.
stealthing. Dude, that is not acceptable.
Yeah, that's called raping.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's what that's called.
That's
And
insane.
also-
They take the condom off in mid-sex.
They're like, yeah, I'm
you take
using
this,
it.
Like,
Let's keep going. Like,
That's
what
insanity.
the fuck? Nah, man.
that's
And also, don't call it stealthing. Stealthing sounds cool. This is not cool. No. Call it rape. Just call it rape, dude. Don't. Yeah, I'm stealthing you. Like,
There's
fucking came up
there's
with
a
that?
2003 movie starring Jessica Biel and Jamie
movie's
Foxx.
Jamie
So I
Foxx.
beg to disagree with you, sir.
was that 2003?
Something like that.
that movie
2006.
is so terrible.
It really is. Bad.
It is. She got shot. Here's an interesting side note about stealth. Thanks for bringing that up. She got shot in the gut with a sniper rifle and survived.
Yo.
It would have
been a
blown a hole out of her back.
Might have to make that a no time.
All right, we kind of might have to.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb.
That's coming back, folks.
Yes. We're actually recording an episode this weekend, and it is a fucking doozy. It's a fucking doozy. It's a movie I've never seen before, so I'm looking forward to it.
So no dick to white dick is basically what happened. Y'all cool with that? They're like, you have no penis, and they're like, hey, you can have this white dick.
I mean,
Is it a micro penis or is it like an average dick?
I don't know what an average dick look like.
Shut up. Shut up.
I mean, that shit was on time.
Sorry.
I mean, I'll be on the wait list for a while.
Waiting for
17 years?
I'll wait on a black one.
Like I'm going 17 years without one. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
What's
yeah,
another
I'll wait
2
on
years?
it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have to imagine that the wait list is like.
It can't be that many people on the dick list.
It's like Jerry Micah.
Like, all right, Jerry got his. Cool. It's got to be coming up any day now, right?
So, yeah.
Donate your dicks, everybody.
I'll hold out.
Yeah, you don't want to watch
Especially
dick?
if I can't feel anything. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I think I'd blow my
what
brain.
do I have it for? I'm going to be wearing a fucking strap on.
Well, probably. I feel like if I didn't have a dick for 17 years, I'd blow my brains out. I think I would.
But it depends on if you had sex prior to the circumcision.
He was 23. Maybe. Look,
Maybe
I,
he did.
look.
Maybe that was his problem.
There you go.
Women were like, "Ew, what the fuck is that?" And like, it's my dick. I'm like, no, that ain't no dick I ever seen.
Yeah, that's a gooey duck. Like, I'm not touching that. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's what it looks like. If you have an uncut dick, it looks like a gooey duck. Google that shit. It does.
I know what a gooey duck it looks like.
I've seen one in person. It's very exciting.
Shit.
Yeah, I bet he probably got his. I bet he got the cut because either he wasn't getting laid or some woman or women were like, that looks weird, because guys are that fucking stupid. They're like, yeah, no, take a knife to my dick just so I can make sure it's okay for you. I'd be like, fucking deal with it. The fucking sunglasses come down, deal with it. You don't like it? You don't like my gooey dick? Like, it's fine. Get out of here. Beat it. Fuck you, lady. Or not.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
Yeah, my story, let me bring it home here. It's pretty disgusting. And the answer, by the way, is absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely
You don't
not.
like feet.
That's correct. The sourdough cocktail,
I saw this.
a famed drink seasoned with an amputated toe, is now...
That's what that is. I thought that was some kind of bug. Like that's a toe.
It is a dehydrated toe.
It's like a mummy's toe.
Yeah, established in 1973, the sourdough cocktail has been a Dawson City tradition, and it is exactly what it sounds like. An actual human toe that has been dehydrated and preserved in salt is used to garnish a drink of your choice. Now,
Was this drink invented by a German techno group that was trying to institute a failed kidnapping of a rich wife?
that's
My question. So.
But apparently, back in 1980, a miner named Gary Younger was trying for a sourdough record. On his 13th glass of sourdough champagne, his chair tipped over backwards and he swallowed the toe.
Oh.
Sadly, toe number 1 was never recovered. Since then, 7 more toes have been donated to the bar. Number 2 was given from an amputation due to an inoperable corn.
Yo, fuck off. I'm done. Good night. That's disgusting. Shut up.
Number 3 was a victim of frostbite. It was also accidentally swallowed. 4 was an anonymous toe, later stolen by
An anonymous toe.
stolen by a hunter later on.
What the fuck kind of stolen by a hunter? Is this real?
I don't know.
Like, did a dog just gnaw off a toe and bring it back to its master? And someone was like, you know what? This would be really good in a margarita.
You want a toe? I get you a toe. I get you a toe by 3 o'clock.
Like that. Toes 5 and 6 were donated
With
by a
polish.
Yukon old timer in return for free drinks for his nurses. Toe 7 was an amputation due to diabetes, of course. And toe 8 arrived in a jar of alcohol with the message, "Don't wear open-toe sandals while mowing the lawn."
Yeah, you don't want to do that generally.
Yeah.
But we found something you won't eat or drink.
Yeah, I don't like feet, and like human parts in my drinks are not acceptable. I have literally very few regrets in life. One of them being I'd never tried this drink at a place in San Diego that had meat, like a piece of fucking steak on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I should have done it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was like
in the glass?
It was like a garnish.
Was it done?
No, it was
Like
raw.
it was raw?
It was raw.
That's why I don't drink, yo. because at some point, like you build up enough of a tolerance where it's like I gotta try a bunch of I gotta put like fucking and that's just one step closer to you fucking drinking toe water.
He's not wrong. I mean, like I said, it's raw animal meat.
I would tend to disagree with you.
But this is preserved.
Okay.
And like the alcohol kills the germs, right?
Yeah, but like
That's how that works, right?
Yeah, generally.
sure. I don't know.
Right.
I'll never find out.
That's
So
disgusting.
no toe drinks?
Oh fuck no! Are
Fuck
you kidding?
no.
I like your issue with feet is the same as my issue with feet. I fucking hate feet. They're the worst. They're the absolute worst.
Yet you don't have your shoes on right now.
Also true.
Fucking hypocrite. Goddamn mediocre white men, I tell you.
Yeah, this is disgusting. And I don't hate feet. This is just gross.
Yeah, nah, man. Look, even if I didn't hate feet, this still is revolting.
This is awful. I don't.
This
Would
is
you try it if it was a finger?
no body parts.
Like,
Absolutely,
body
not.
parts. Period.
Nah,
is unacceptable.
I love how you're trying to find the line here.
I'm just making sure.
It's the line. I think is like.
If you're willing to drink alcohol with human body parts in it, you got a fucking problem.
Yeah, no, I think that's totally.
I would tend to agree. Yeah.
Now,
This is
I
fucking weird.
did have a drink that had egg whites in it. That's as close as I'll ever come.
I mean, that's not.
That's not that bad.
No, I know some people are like really leery about it, but
No.
trailers this
Human
week.
tokens. Fuck. White people are crazy.
Yeah,
Your people are crazy, man. They really are.
yeah. These are your people, dude.
Like, I don't. Well, then again, some African
I mean, that dude.
remedies are just weird.
I mean,
Also,
they are bug spraying Africans' faces to get to heaven or whatever stupid shit.
Drinking
Our
fucking,
people
like-
are not above being idiots either.
drinking Valvoline.
Yeah, Valvoline.
Why?
To get to heaven, to meet Jesus. Yeah, keep drinking it. You'll meet him all right. Fucking morons. Trailers this week. Shimmer Lake. This is a dark comedy starring Rainn Wilson about a robbery in a small town. This has a very like Fargo feel to it. I'll check it out.
Yep.
It's just a movie. And I like Rainn Wilson. I think he's really great. So, next up, Ozark. This is a series starring Jason Bateman, not a comedy at all. Like a very serious. I can't quite tell what the
I don't know
show
what
is
the fuck is happening.
about, but it's clearly like his family is like trying to get out of town and they stole a bunch of money or something. But it seems like pretty dark. It was just a teaser trailer, so I'm sure they'll have
There's
another.
Laura Linney as well, isn't it? So
Right, as his wife. So who knows? I will see damn near anything Jason Bateman is in because he is good in everything. So I don't know. Next up, Logan Lucky. This looks great. This is you said this is Steve Soderbergh's new movie, starring Daniel Craig as John B. McLemore from S Town. But this is kind of what would you describe it as?
it is literally a redneck Ocean's 11, basically.
I'm into it, man.
Yeah, I thought it looked good.
enjoyed the trailer.
I thought it looked funny.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch that.
And it's got a pretty good cast too.
Yeah, it's
So
actually a really
Channing
good cast.
Tatum, Adam Driver's in it. So
Adam Driver's a weird dude, man, but I like that guy, man. I do. Like, he is an anomaly to me. Like, he used to be in the Marines. Like, he's
Yeah, and he does like that Marine theater shit like every year. He goes back and like he's interesting.
he's a super interesting guy. Like, and he's also clearly an insane person. Like, that is obvious. And I've liked him in pretty much everything I saw him in. He did that one movie with Tina Fey that he played her brother that I thought was really fucking good. And fucking Jason Bateman was in that, playing his brother. Which was,
Oh yeah, they all came together at a funeral or something like that. Right?
yeah. That was a really good movie. And actually, Adam Driver was great. Next up, Murder on the Orient Express. This is the famous murder mystery, just a new version of that. It looks great. I mean, it's got a good cast: Judi Dench, Daisy Ridley, Josh Gad, Willem Dafoe, and Johnny Depp.
Penelope Cruz.
Was Penelope Cruz in it? Oh, I didn't even know this. And Kenneth Branagh. So it's a murder mystery on a train. Like, yeah. All right. That's all you need to know. You can see it or don't.
It looks very interesting. It looks
Yeah.
very. It's a remake. Yeah, it looks cool to me.
Has anyone seen the original?
Nope.
Nah.
Anybody know who the villain is?
No.
Cool. See, I think that's the best way to go in. Is just don't know. And if
I like to think that this movie will change it.
switch it up, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
Just to keep you guessing. Last but certainly not least, the trailer for The Mountains Between Us with Idris Elba and Kate Winslet as two people who they're on a small plane and it goes down, I guess, in the Rockies or wherever, and they're just trying to survive. They don't know each other. They're total strangers. As I said offline, this is Terrence's nightmare, being trapped on a mountain with a white woman he doesn't know.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna make
I
it,
feel
Becky.
like this
Help
is
me.
like payback for Kate Winslet letting what's his name die at the end of fucking Titanic.
Oh.
Just fucking drowned in some cold ass water.
Move over, Rose. There's plenty of room on the fucking door.
That's fucked up, man.
I like to think that this is Stringer Bell, like he made something of himself.
It became a doctor.
He's got to get back
Got
to
to get
Baltimore.
back to Baltimore.
Oh, that's
shit,
it.
I didn't realize that.
That's it. That's what he said.
That's funny.
He's
funny.
got a surgery in Baltimore.
What happened
A
to his
stabbing.
accent?
He did that thing that Madonna did, right? When you go over to another country and all of a sudden you just start speaking with an accent.
Yeah, like Madonna, you're from like Detroit. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, why the fuck did she do that?
Hello, I'm Madonna. Like what? When?
Like a virgin. What the fuck?
Yeah, she assimilated living with Guy Ritchie. So
Yeah,
She helped ruin his movies.
yeah.
Good
She's a succubus.
I think this looks really good. Actually, it looks like
interesting.
it looks like a good character driven film. I really like Idris Elba and I really like Kate Winslet. They're good in everything. So I'll see it.
Yeah,
So good. Hopefully she doesn't die when she falls into that lake, but chances are high. All right, that is it for us. Again, we apologize for all the technical issues. Premium members, you'll be getting an email in the next day or so to sign up, and we will see you guys next week.
see you.
see you.
Take it easy.